If you are ever in doubt as to whether to kiss a pretty girl, always give her the benefit of the doubt. No violent extreme endures. What we become depends on what we read after all of the professors have finished with us. The greatest university of all is a collection of books. Weak eyes are fondest of glittering objects. Nothing is more terrible than activity without insight. This world, after all our science and sciences, is still a miracle, wonderful, inscrutable, magical, and more, to whosoever will think of it. Be not a slave of words. Everywhere the human soul stands, between a hemisphere of light and another of darkness, on the confines of the two everlasting empires, necessity and free will. Of all acts of man, repentance is the most divine. The greatest of all faults is to be conscious of none. A laugh, to be joyous, must flow from a joyous heart, for without kindness there can be no true joy. Let each become all that he was created capable of being. I don't pretend to understand the universe, it's a great deal bigger than I am. Everywhere in life, the true question is not what we gain, but what we do. Happy the people whose annals are vacant. Love is not altogether a delirium, yet it has many points in common therewith. Writing is a dreadful labor, yet not so dreadful as idleness. The end of man is action, and not thought, though it be of the noblest. Laughter is one of the very privileges of reason, being confined to the human species. Silence is the element in which great things fashion themselves together. Old age is not a matter of sorrow. It is a matter of thanks if we have left our work done behind us. The first duty of man is to conquer fear. He must get rid of it, he cannot act till then. Clever men are good, but they are not the best. The cut of a garment speaks of intellect and talent and the color of temperament and heart. Not brute force, but only persuasion and faith are the kings of this world. It is a strange trait of advocacy. Your intellect, your highest heavenly gift, is hung up in the shop window, like a loaded pistol for sale. No ghost was ever seen by two pairs of eyes. If you do not wish a man to do a thing, you had better get him to talk about it, for the more men talk, the more likely they are to do nothing else. History, a distillation of rumor. Reform is not pleasant, but grievous. No person can reform themselves without suffering and hard work, how much less a nation? Speech is human, silence is divine, yet also brutish and dead, therefore, we must learn both arts. Genius is an infinite capacity for taking pains. The narrative is linear, but the action has breadth and depth as well as the height, and is solid. Doubt, of whatever kind, can be ended by action alone. Science must have originated in the feeling that something was wrong. Every day that is born into the world comes like a burst of music and rings the whole day through, and you make of it a dance, a dirge, or a life march, as you will. If what you have done is unjust, you have not succeeded. It is a vain hope to make people happy through politics. In every phenomenon, the beginning remains always the most notable moment. The only happiness a brave person ever troubles themselves in asking about is happiness enough to get their work done. The eye sees what it brings the power to see. No man who has once heartily and wholly laughed can be altogether irreclaimable bad. Conviction never so excellent is worthless until it covers itself into conduct. No sadder proof can be given by a man of his own littleness than disbelief in great men. What you see, but can't see over is as good as infinite. Every new opinion, at its starting, is precisely in a minority of one. War is a quarrel between two thieves, too cowardly to fight their own battle. The difference between Socrates and Jesus? The great conscious and the immeasurably great unconscious. Nothing worthy in the past departs, no truth or goodness realized by man ever dies or can die. Originality is a thing we constantly clamor for and constantly quarrel with. No person is important enough to make me angry. Men do less than they ought, unless they do all that they can. Love is the only game that is not called on account of darkness. Humor has justly been regarded as the finest perfection of poetic genius. If an eloquent speaker speaks not the truth, is there a more horrid kind of object in creation? The outer passes away, the innermost is the same yesterday, today, and forever. When new turns of behavior cease to appear in the life of the individual, its behavior ceases to be intelligent. The world is a republic of mediocrities, and always was. Imagination is a poor matter when it has to part company with understanding. Worship is a transcendent wonder. Youth is to all the glad season of life, but often only by what it hopes, not by what it attains, or what it escapes. Secrecy is the element of all goodness, even virtue, even beauty is mysterious.